We're going to start this hour, our evening hour, at the border near another wall with Ben Berquam and Oscar El Blue. Oscar El Blue is with Border News Network. Ben Berquam is the Real America's Voice correspondent that's out in the field. Ben, you've been going up and down the border now for a couple of weeks. Tell us what this is. This is a pretty startling sight. Where are you, and what are you standing in front of?
Well, it's the pedestrian entrance into San Ysidro Port of Entry. I want to turn this around real quick and just show you. We've actually got people out here with Biden flags saying, "Let us in, Biden." They have T-shirts saying, "Let us in." This is actually, not to make light of what's happening here. It's basically the largest Biden rally I've seen, larger than anything I saw in the United States. And basically what there is happened is they were told on the 19th that once Biden rescinded the Romania-Mexico policy, that everybody was welcome in Mexico or in the United States. And so we've got this mass of people that have come up, and they've created this tent city with 1,500 people from all over Central America, Haiti, and South America that have all come here that are saying, "Biden let us in. You said you were going to let us in, and now we're here, and you're not letting us in. What's going on?"
Hold it. Just before I go to Oscar, you're telling me that temporary tent city, those Biden flags and all the Biden paraphernalia, that's brought by those people. That's kind of indigenous. That's just come from those people. That they're holding these Biden flags or these Biden banners. That's them.
No, so they were actually provided by organizations down here that are trying to put pressure on the Biden administration to let people in, or the Biden regime to let people in. And many of the same groups that have been organizing the invasion, the caravans over the last several years, El Otro Lado, Pueblos Infanteros, they've all coalesced into one group, or to larger groups that are now down here. They're providing T-shirts. In fact, the lady that's got the flag has a T-shirt that says, "Joe Biden, let us in." They're providing this to them to create political pressure to get the U.S. government, which they've been told, again, Joe Biden basically telegraphed this, saying that it was wrong to force people, that everybody was welcome in the United States. Now they're saying, well, you said that during the campaign. What are you doing now?
Let's bring in Oscar. Oscar El Blue is with the Border News Network. Oscar, we're in Tijuana. Are you a citizen of Mexico?
Yes, sir. Yes. How you doing, Steve? God bless everybody that is watching. Yes, I was born here in Tijuana, Mexico, and I'm a native right here from this particular city.
So that's your hometown, correct? Your hometown is Tijuana?
Yes, sir. That's my hometown.
Well, so talk to us. How did this tent city? And I take it, are any of the people in the tent city, or how many are of the 1,500 are Mexican citizens that from what you can derive?
This tent city started on the 19th of February with the statement from Joe Biden that he was going to let him in. They started coming by little, and they started taking over all the way to the far right, and all the way to the back. You will see the actual line where they apply for the asylum seeker line. It's much bigger than this. The actual percentage of Mexicans that they are in here, you can see. I have interviewed around 5 or 10 people, but the majority of them are from Central America, Honduras, Guatemala, El Salvador, Nicaragua, Brazil. A lot of people from Venezuela, a lot of people from Haiti. We got a big community right here in Tijuana, Mexico, of people from Haiti. More than 15,000 arrived in the year of 2015, and it has been growing due to this globalist compact of immigration that it was signed by Mexico, and it has affected, right now the situation now. The particular situation right now with the migrants is that they are exercising their right on demanding right now Joe Biden to comply with what he said, that he was going to open the borders and he was going to let in everybody, not people that had an appointed court date, not people that they were signalized, you in particular, every single one of them. And then you have this situation by that.
Okay, what are the citizens of Tijuana and the authorities in Tijuana and the Mexican government? What's the policy right now? I mean, is this starting to cause a burden? We've got a CCP virus, got the COVID virus spreading all over the place. Tijuana is not a city of unlimited resources. Terrific citizens there, but what are people? What's the general outlook of the folks in Tijuana about this kind of crisis that's building up there now that you have this 1,500 person tent city?
Well, the situation with COVID in Tijuana, the way that they signalize that we are in an aggravated state is by a stoplight. If you're red, yellow, and green. Tijuana right now is going on yellow, but it's cranking up again on red due to a lot of infections and a lot of people that are migrating right now to the north. The situation is one with the governmental officials and ultimately with the Institute National of Immigration, that is the INAMI. Right now, they are they're waiting for the United States government to do something about it. That's what they're waiting on. They're waiting on some governmental official from the United States to come out.
Guys, we're getting a lot of what's happening is the noise from the background is bleeding into the mic. So you guys need to speak louder to us because some of the audio we're missing out here.
Gotcha.
Okay, let's try that. Let's try. So, how concerned are citizens, Mexican citizens, of Tijuana in northern Mexico about what's happening with people coming from Central America and basically forming these tent cities, awaiting whatever Joe Biden's going to do with letting these people in the United States?
Well, they are extremely concerned. At first, they started coming with a lot of violence and a lot of delinquency, but right now it has been controlled. And the most embarrassing thing about it is that the government from Guatemala has been the one that has put the example to the world of protecting our sovereign nations and protection of borders. Right now, in terms to Mexican citizens and in terms to Tijuana citizens, they are extremely concerned. And due to the COVID situation in our country, Mexico is number one for deaths of COVID right now. It's number one for deaths of doctors and nurses right now due to COVID. So this situation.
Hey Ben, we're going to
a little more.
Ben, we can barely hear that. Can you summarize quickly what Oscar's saying? We're going to have to get him hooked up better.
Yep. Well, what's interesting is that you're actually having more backlash from the Guatemalan government and the Mexican government on immigration. So when the caravans first started coming, 2015, quickly they realized that this was not good for their countries. And so now you actually have Guatemala stepping up saying no more caravans in the face of America saying anyone's welcome in America. And so not only here in Tijuana, but all down in Central America, they're all saying we have to protect our own first. So you're actually seeing a populist movement starting to develop in some of these countries as well. Here in Mexico, where President Trump's approval was actually on the rise towards the end of his presidency because they realized he was the one that was stopping all of the mass migration, not just into America, but into Mexico and Central America. So it's the exact opposite of what we're hearing in America by these leftist organizations and by people that are saying everybody's welcome, open the borders. They're actually saying, no, stop.
We just had, last thing, we just had this tragedy yesterday. I guess a vehicle tried to blew through the gate, and then they had 13 or 14 people died in the SUV. Are the citizens of Mexico now starting to really say we've had enough of this? I mean, they're the ones that are going to be exposed more to. And by the way, this is not demonizing the people coming from Central America. It's a tragedy down there, but obviously they're incentivized by the Biden administration to come up and to get as close to the U.S. border as possible. As soon as Biden gives the order, they'll come across. But I just want to know what the average citizen, what burden is it putting on the average citizen in northern Mexico right now, this situation?
It is. And that's interesting that, we talked about that during Trump's administration, that originally you had this idea that borders, we shouldn't have any borders. Well, actually, really quickly in the last couple of years, even the Mexican citizens started saying, wait a second, you're taking our jobs. So you had people coming up from Central America, from South America, coming in and taking not just the Mexican jobs because they were stuck here. And we're seeing that now. They're saying we don't have enough jobs for our own people here. We can't take more people. And then you add COVID onto that, and it's just a disaster waiting to happen.
Hey, Ben, how do people follow Oscar on the Border News Network, Border Network News? How do they get to Oscar?
You can Google Border Network News. He's on social media, Border Network News website.
Oscar El Blue. You can follow me at Facebook as Oscar El Blue. Also, my channel at YouTube as Oscar El Blue. You can subscribe to my channel and also at Telegram as Oscar El Blue.
Oscar El Blue, and Border Network News.
And he's on Telegram, he's on Facebook, he's on YouTube. People can go there right now. Everybody that's in the listening to the show, watching the show, let's go there, watch that. Ben, Raheem, Ben, here we want to make sure we're touching base and get you tomorrow. This is amazing. The photos are incredible. The stills you set up are once again amazing. And I hate, and not trying to be cute, but Raheem, that is the biggest Biden rally I've seen. I mean, they've got Biden. They got Biden T-shirts. They got Biden. They got Biden. They got Biden. The holding Biden posters.
And they're not sitting in circles.
Little circles. Yeah,
Not
exactly.
sitting in circles.
We're in simpatico here, man.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. Ungreat minds think alike also. Okay, Ben Bergquam from Real America's Voice. Oscar L. Blue from the Border Network News. Guys, thank you for a live report from Tijuana.